All right. Hey guys, welcome to Cab Radio. We're here with Sock, the best Sock ever. What's up, Sock?
Hello, hello.
I guess we could start this off like how you been doing, man? What you been doing lately?
I have been horribly going through work.
Yeah. I guess
It's
same here.
62-hour weeks.
That's
It's
crazy.
Yep, and half of it's delivering for Amazon. I can't publicly ream them on camera, but just say it's Amazon.
Right.
Uh, but also I work on computers and stuff. That's
Oh,
like a
that's cool.
vacation compared to delivering. So it's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. Well, that's cool.
Saturday was a headache with that. I had to manually do a disk cleaning on someone's laptop.
Yeah.
Because someone fucked it up in the store and they ran it through the system, but then we had to do it manually.
They're doing some nonsense, huh?
That's an understatement.
But I guess for me, I've just been working also and trying to beat Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. But other than that,
How is Final Fantasy VII?
dude,
Like all those remakes.
well, I'm a Final Fantasy like fanboy, so
Okay.
I love them. They're great. So I'm playing it anyway. But the new games are really good. I think they're really good. All right, hey, there you go. There you are, Sock. Hey,
Yeah.
what's up, man?
I'm wearing my officially branded Amazon Prime shirt too.
Yeah, good deal, good deal.
So, I apologize. I just woke up too, so I'm just like, you know what? I got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Cobb, it's time for a podcast. The one that we've been holding off for 1.5 months.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about it, but to be honest, there's been so much news that came out since then, man.
God, all right. You know what? I'm gonna bring out a list. Hold on a minute. Because there really has been a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna start off with one of my favorite things.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you, even though this is your podcast, this is my question.
Right.
What do you think of the approach in the music now that we got that video?
Oh, the music's great, dude. Have you been listening to it on Spotify? Like they released some playlist stuff on Spotify. Like a lot of it is really strange, like techno music, almost like just sounds, almost.
Yeah,
But
it's a new take on synthwave, I believe.
yeah, basically. But I've been liking it a lot. I mean, there's a couple of them that like get me pumped up. Like I listen to it at work and I'm just going I'm just working and I'm listening to it, I'm jamming out to it. It kind of gets you pumped up a bit. I'm excited to get in game with it. But yeah, apparently they'll be releasing more later or whatever, so
Yeah, I think they're gonna follow their normal release thing. They're gonna do it like a week or so after the launch. They're gonna
Yeah.
release the full soundtrack. I'm excited because when I forget if it was that the way they designed the music on that video or just in a different video, they said they wanted to thin that line between the actual just in-game music and the ambiance and sound effects in the game. They wanted it to like morph together, which I think is a cool approach.
oh yeah. And
I think
leave
the
it up
last
to
time they
Bungie.
did, yeah, the last time they did something like that was D1 Taken King. As you remember, during Oryx's white mechanic, when he extends his hands out all the way, the music just fades away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It doesn't do that in D2, but in D1 it does it. I'm so sad they didn't bring that back.
Right. But yeah, the music sounds great. The sounds sound great also. And all the movements I've been hearing, all the videos of people putting out, like there's been some content creators that have been putting out gameplay videos recently. And gun sounds sound great. I love the animations of the guns too. Like you when you reload and you pop in a new like clip or whatever. It's so good looking. Oh man, futuristic and there's a thing going around like do you watch Asdacross or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch a lot of his videos and he says he doesn't care too much about the design of, weapons and certain things like that. And it's kind of like this split of where either you like it or you hate it. And it's crazy because it really makes sense as part of like the world building, because a lot of it is just like modular, like futuristic weapons. Like they just 3D printed all these like objects and mods, and it makes sense that the guns look like that. Like they're just like attachments like put together, and it looks great. I love the look of it and everything.
You know, it's a fun little detail I noticed. It's like I did like a little history jump on how like 3D modeling and 3D printing was conceptualized in the time that the original games were made, and the concepts for those weapons that are in the game coming out in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It's like 1-to-1 to the original concepts back in the 90s.
that's great.
Especially if you look at the trailers, one of the rail guns, it has a projectile at the front of the barrel. And it looks like when you, go to shoot it, it takes the projectile, charges it back,
Yeah,
and then launches it.
right.
So, like, it's like they said, it's like based on those like old school thoughts of a railgun instead of just using magnets and going. Pew!
Yeah. But yeah, all of it looks great. I've been paying attention to a lot of like the shorts that have been coming out of the main channel and everything. And like here's one thing. Like, what do you expect of the lore that's going to come out of this game? Because I don't think there's going to be cutscenes really. Maybe like a few cutscenes here and there, but I think a lot of it will just be people roaming the map, kind of like Call of Duty Zombies, right? Like Call of Duty Zombies. Like they'll be able to interact with the environment. What's up?
Yeah, I have to be very careful on how I answer this question.
Yeah. Don't talk about leaks or anything.
No, not even that. I played the October NDA test.
Oh, okay. I wish I did.
So I gotta be careful in my answer.
All right, yeah. Be careful of that.
Well, so the best part is I can talk about what's been publicly shown. In my defense, it's what they publicly said. I can't go into like the vast details, but I can just do that broadness of, hey, it's a video game.
Right. Yeah.
But the way I see them approaching with the story, I feel like it's going to be similar to the first game, or the first set of games. I've been playing the first set of games. The way they do it was you go to terminals, you get either A to B story of what you're playing or some backstory in the game universe.
Yeah.
I feel like they are going to have like a portion in the game either right at the beginning when you first load in, or some when you go in a raid, get some intel, extract with it. You get like audio logs or like audio recordings or tapes or whatnot, depending on what you get. I feel like it's gonna have more backstory, how life was on Tau Ceti, and what led them to eventually making the colony ship of the Marathon to be able to go to Tau Ceti, like what was going on Earth, and if you don't know the original story, and of Mars as well.
Well, that's oh my gosh.
I need to ask you, do you know anything about the original story?
I've never played it, but I have been watching a lot of like, Jake the Alright has been making lore videos and stuff about that. So I've been paying attention to him. So I kind of know the general base of Marathon and everything. And, I would say just generally, I know the story at this point. But yeah, that's kind of the deal for me.
What I've been understanding is that the new game coming out, based on Jake the Alright and his assumption, it's going to be 100 years after the original games.
Yeah. Okay.
And with Marathon 3, Marathon Infinity, as you can tell, nobody's touched the lore on that game.
I hear that one's confusing.
I haven't touched it yet, but from what everyone says, it is a big bowl of scrambled eggs, not cooked.
Right. Okay.
It's just a mess. It's a sticky, goopy mess.
Is that in a good way, or like, all right, they kind of like messed around with the lore like crazy?
There is actually a website, all the marathon lore. I forgot
Yep.
what the website was called, but is it the lore archive? Yes, it's this thing. So, security access terminal. Oh shit! What do? Do I have to turn off my ad blocker?
Uh-oh.
Archive Marathon 1. Oh yes, here we go. I hope you don't mind me sharing my screen during the podcast. So yeah, so essentially it tells you like everything. Like these are, if you don't want to watch a video, you can. It's literally a big ass book. You can read.
It's the grimoire of marathon.
It's Marathon Anthology, Volume 1 of
Okay.
Infinite. As you can see right here, it literally says Marathon Infinite.
Yeah, that's crazy.
As you can see, yeah, I don't even want to get into this because I want to play through all the games.
Mhm.
It basically gives you an explanation of things. So, like, one of the factions is called the Four. From the video from people who watch it and is not paying attention to the lore. The Four is essentially 4 different species that is under a higher power. One of those 4 races is the higher power. I forget the name of them. But they consist of alien species or groups like the Sphit, which is also the compilers. And then there was another name. I had it in my head and I just lost it. But the compilers, the reason why I mention it is because they've been heavily teasing it in the new game coming out.
Right, the one with the
especially from
green orb in their chest and stuff, basically.
The green orb, yeah, the green orb. They're actually fully mechanical aliens.
Okay.
There's nothing organic inside of them, as far as I know.
Yeah.
But from what we've been seeing, from the live gameplay clips and stuff, we are not going to be going against any of them, especially on the early game. What got me interested though is what the hell are the UESC soldiers we're going up against? Because to me, looking at the clips, it's a mix of.
Uh-oh. No, sock. You frozen, dude?
Are you still recording?
I was recording. I stopped it because apparently Discord froze or something and just crashed on me. So I reset my computer.
It would have been the funniest thing where it does like a flash cut to the to the technical difficulties with the Mexican trumpets.
That's gonna be so sad if I lost that video, but
oh my, that would have been the funniest cutoff in the world.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, we were talking about the lore, and you're talking about the site for the grimoire, basically.
Yeah, the lore archive.
Yeah, okay.
Once you disconnected, I have been. I've been looking through it, and what I didn't realize is there was a lot more information bits about Sakaguchi than I thought we had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually it's in Chinese, or Korean. No, is that Korean? That is Korean. No, I was right the first time. It is Chinese. But yeah, they have like I'm assuming it's like a mix of fan art and official concepts.
Yeah.
But it goes into details with how like the say the worms from the original reveal trailer, the synthetic worms with 3D print the shells. The worms used, the cat specifically is mentioned in it too. A nice good girl kitty cat, aka the community name. Bingus is the name.
That's hilarious.
So what I understand, especially with the cat, it was a way to preserve the life of people's family pets.
Okay. So
and the pink cat, the reason why the pink cat is in Tau City, I know it seems like it's out of place, but it was one of the family's pets on the colony ship.
Okay. So it's like some exo putting their conscious into like a cybernetic machine almost type of thing, right?
Oh, kind of. So I know a lot. It's a little hard to understand when they're throwing so much information in those videos.
Yeah.
Essentially, in a gameplay standpoint, we the player are the consciousness for the shells. The shells have a personality matrix in them that gives us the personality of how the shell is, talks, cadences, moods, all that stuff. But
Yeah.
we are still us, just mimicking or being enhanced by that. Fucking words don't work anymore for me.
Right.
The
Nah, you're good,
personality
you're good.
matrix. That's why everyone's gonna have a different voice actor and all that stuff. Which, by the way, that was a direct dab at Arc Raiders, the voice acting crew that they got.
Because Arc Raiders is mostly like AI oriented, right? But Arc Raiders is a funny thing because most extraction shooters don't really have any lore. Yeah. And Arc Raiders is more like these little snippets of, oh, this might have happened here or whatever. Like you go to a new map and there's like a little cutscene that happens and, it just tells you a quick snippet of what could have happened or like just remnants of an old thing. But there's no actual definite, backstory, lore, anything like that. It's just kind of like a basic thing. Something I love about Bungie is a lot of their stuff is shrouded in mystery, and the way they talk about the game is, you are, it's up to you if you want to discover what happened like to this place, like Tau Ceti and whatever. And I freaking love that, man, because that's what the Destiny players do. And from what I've seen, it seems like Destiny players are kind of moving over to Marathon in that lore aspect, because I'm pretty sure people who watch Buy for Mylan games or whatever, they're looking for that lore itch. And nowadays in Destiny, like there's no... I'll be honest, I could care less about the story nowadays in Destiny. Ever since the Star Wars thing, it's just like, okay, you just kind of ripped off the, aspects of Star Wars.
I will say the references towards Star Wars were a little much,
It
but it was still a Destiny story in a sense. Like it did progress. It did progress the main saga they want to do, which is the Fate saga, because they had 6 being like the main like power player in the story,
right?
And he was using God, he's not memorable because he actually ended up not being a light bearer. He was just a dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was controlling him, and he was in such agonizing pain because 6 was forcing him to be an envoy. He wasn't chosen.
The thing is, when they put Bale, right, as like
that's his name.
as like a Kylo Ren like impersonator, it's just like I'm seeing Kylo Ren. I'm not seeing this new character Bale. I'm seeing Kylo Ren. And that screws up the entire story of Destiny when you're like you're matching the Death Star with this new red beam that kills Guardians or light, basically. And it's like, come on, man, you shouldn't have used Star Wars. You shouldn't. One of the things that, the AT-ST walkers or whatever, the two-legged walkers, it's just like you have that. They couldn't use something like what's the mech that they have already in Destiny?
The Brig?
Yeah, like the Brig and stuff like that. But no, they...
In my defense, they needed something Cabal themed for that one.
I guess, but they went to Star Wars, which is bad.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it fit in. The Cabal, like, industrial infrastructure and all that, it does fit in with, like, the more metallic-looking Star Wars look to it. But, man, I'm not trying to give them a cop-out.
Yeah.
It's still Star Wars. It was fun. It was, pardon me, it was miles better than Edge of Fate by a long shot. But because of the reception of Edge of Fate was so bad, they only got like 70% of the player retention at the beginning of that DLC. Now what? We're at like 12,000 people monthly.
Less than that nowadays. It's like 7,000, I think, the last I checked. But
That's crazy. I thought I was going to play Trials tonight.
Yeah, it just gets worse and worse. But aside from Destiny, you know, like the people coming from lore, and I was one of those people who liked listening to people talk about the lore in Destiny, but nowadays it just doesn't. I don't really care. And now that Bungie's making Marathon, like that lore seems more interesting now. It's like it's fresh, right? And you know, people talk about like, oh, they're giving up on Destiny 2. And me, I like, good. Like they got to end Destiny 2. They got to make Destiny 3. They got to start fresh with new systems, new whatever. And people talk about like, oh, what can they do with Destiny 3 that's in Destiny 2? They could do anything in Destiny 3, like that's opposed to Destiny 2. I mean, you have the structure of Halo, right? You have Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, and they each brought something new, like, to the game. And it doesn't make sense that people like, no, Destiny 2, you could keep it going, you know, and whatever, and keep it building from that. It's like, no, dude, you need new systems, you need new abilities, you need new freaking classes, something fresh. And people who want to keep Destiny 2 going, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with them. They're not gamers. I'll tell you that much. That hot take, hot take, super hot take. They're not gamers. They just want to play one game. Like that one game is what they want. And as somebody who came from zombies, I played zombies for hours on end. And eventually I moved on to something else. And, you know, I played League of Legends like hours on end. I would say League of Legends is probably like my worst moment of playing one game like entirely. Because I played, you know, freaking 6 to 8 hours every day for like years. Freaking years, man. And, you know, at that point, I felt like I stopped being a gamer because I was just focused on one game. And now recently, like, I feel like I'm playing more games now. Like I'm going to other things, and because that's what I used to do back in the day. I just play games, like different types, and it doesn't make sense to me that people are like, oh, they gave up on Destiny 2. They're gonna shut down the game, and I'm just like, good. They need to do something fresh. The developers for Destiny 2 are probably bored out of their minds, like making the same thing, like trying to come up with new things in an old game, and it's just like, dude, back in the day, there'd be like. You'd probably play, you know, Halo for 3 years, Halo 2 for another 3 years, and Halo 3 for another 3 years, and then Reach and whatever and so on. It's like we've been playing Destiny 2 for like 8 years, man. Like we need something new, man. It's stupid how people want to keep that game from dying. It's got to die and be revived in the third game. And it's crazy how people
have brought their childish tendencies back up.
Right.
Oh God, am I lagging?
Yeah.
Holy crap! My ping just went up to like 1400. Oh my God. Yeah, it's that blizzard that we're getting hit with.
Oh shoot.
God bless my soul. But I have something to add to that hot take.
Yeah.
They're gonna bring out another DLC for Destiny 2,
and
it is going to be the last one they do for Destiny 2.
Sounds good to me.
What I think they should do is do what they have planned here for this next DLC, which me personally is either going to be a celebration DLC for the whole game because the game itself is almost 10 years old.
Right.
Or continue on the story and go to old Chicago because they've been heavily teasing that.
Right.
Either of those works for me.
I think they need to end Destiny 2 in this next year, and then either they're not building it now, they better start building it right now if they ever plan on keeping Destiny alive. Yeah.
There's a rumor that Destiny 3 is in pre-production.
It better be.
I'm not going to hold on to hope fully, but there's going to... Destiny is what brought Bungie to where it is now. Let's be honest. As much shit as everyone gives the franchise, it's the reason why it's... But other than Halo, the modernization of Destiny has kept it alive.
In a way. The thing is, like, Destiny's
Shut
a good
up.
game.
Witch Queen was amazing.
It's a great game. I love Destiny, but it's run its course. It's old now. It's freaking old. And it's like with any game, like, you play enough of it, like, you would think you'd just get tired of it. I love, like, I've said it before in the old podcasts, like, I play Resident Evil, finish the campaign, freaking, 10 to 20 hours, and I love that game. I'm done with it, right? And it's just like, I'm not expecting Capcom to, like, hey, where's the end game? Where's the end game in my Resident Evil? Like, why am I not playing Resident Evil, like, for 10 years on straight? Like, no, they come up with a new game, a new fresh, like, game. It doesn't make sense that, like, people expect the same thing to last for freaking 20 years. They expect League of Legends quality of, like, repetitive gameplay. But no, Destiny was like, okay, run from point A to point B. There's the campaign. Run, kill the enemies, wait for the, dunk motes, dunk whatever, wait for your ghost to hack the security systems. It's been like that for freaking since the beginning of Destiny, and we can't have that continue. It's got to be something new, dude. And I'm just ready for a Destiny 3. I don't even think I want to play Destiny 2 anymore. And since the player count is so low now, it's like 7,000 people to 15,000 at a time. Like, playing PvP is like my reason to go back to Destiny, but and waiting for the new DLC. But now that there's so low a player number, everybody's sweaty and everybody's like the only people who play Destiny right now, and they're geniuses at the game. And so when I go into PvP, I just get freaking dumpstered, and I suck basically compared to these people, and it's not fun. Like, there's no competition. Like, there's no point in me playing PvP against people who are just freaking geniuses at the game. It was like, I need people who
doesn't give you room to. It doesn't give you room to expand on your skill.
Even then, like, I don't really care about expanding my skill. Yeah, I feel like I'm an average to a slightly above average player. But when these guys come at me and they headshot me every single shot, they never miss, and I'm just like, okay, like, these guys are just too good. And with that low player count, it's like, yeah, it's always going to be that way. So there's no point in me playing PvP. And Destiny isn't really doing anything more with the raids. You would think that that'd be like the smartest thing for them to do. Is like Pantheon. Why didn't we have a Pantheon 2.0 like freaking months ago? Well, like, why haven't they done anything more with raids? It's so stupid. Like, they come out with an awesome raid, and then it's like, okay.
The one thing I can say with the raid and dungeon thing is, I give them credit because they have to come up with a unique, challenging experience. Once at bare minimum once a year,
right?
And those guys have the raids in the furnace cooking 2 to 3 years before it launches,
right? I mean,
because they want to make sure it's smooth and everything works coding wise. Like, those are the things that people always complain. The games that tested. Oh, this is like, where was the QA team? Shit like that. The QA team's in the dungeons and raids, making sure it's an actual smooth experience for the day one.
Right.
Because if, God forbid, a mechanic is broken, day one's ruined. Everyone's gonna fucking shove a cannon up Bungie's ass and light the fuse.
Yeah. But what I mean is, like, the raids. Why aren't there like leaderboards for raids, like fastest times or whatever. I mean, I know there's always gonna be speedrunners who freaking break the game and do all that crap, but I would like to see like my fastest time like on a leaderboard and where I place on whatever. It might be like hundreds of thousands, like, you know, in the back end, but it'd be cool to see something like that. And they don't do that anymore. I think with Destiny 3, they need to bring back like what do you call it? KDAs, kills and assists, like those things that track. And also like when people get loot drops, you know how it shows the loot that people get like at the end. Why did they get rid of that, man? It was so nice to see that. Yeah, I missed that. It was so cool. That's one of the reasons why you're like, oh shoot, look at this guy, he got thing.
Remember the late 2010s, the early 2020s was the most politically correct moment in the world.
Right.
And it ruined a lot of things, especially in the video games. God forbid someone got something that someone was chasing. They see it pop up and it wasn't for them. And then they blow their brains out an hour or later because of it.
Nah, you're right. You're right.
Because because people don't keep their mentality in check.
Right. People start crying when they don't get the loot. It's so stupid, man. That's what makes it so special. Like you know, someone gets it and you don't, that makes you want it even more. It's like, dude, they ruined it. They freaking ruined it. They screwed it all up. The rarity of the loot was important.
As great as a change the Tier 5 system was, it was implemented, in my opinion, perfectly in Edge of Fate. Yes, it sucked getting to it, but having the chances to get the Tier 5s when you're finally at the level to get them was great. And even then, keep them a low chance. Those weapon rarities are supposed to be as rare as possible because they come from the hardest. They're supposed to come from the hottest content, and people were bitching and complaining because they weren't even going to come close. They weren't even complaining about the difficulty of the content. They're complaining it takes forever to get to the level for it, and they're going wait. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I agree. It's
man,
so
you're
stupid,
gonna have to you gotta put a parental advisory on this one. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's fine. All of my friends cuss like crazy, so I'll let you know if you go too far, like over the line or whatever. But most people don't
worry.
That.
I think I know your line, and don't worry, that line always gets crossed when the recording is off. No.
Right. You'll notice cuts. I think there's been a few cuts, like from you and Brian, and maybe Vitrix or something. But
that one funny moments video of like. I heard the censor bar for me, and I was dying of laughter.
I cut it out. Yeah, I remember one from you too. That was in the Crota raid, I think. That was hilarious.
That was a great day.
I was just like, oh, people are they're not gonna freaking take that. You know, it's whatever. But
it wasn't people. It wasn't people. It was YouTube.
Oh yeah, that also.
YouTube would have hated you.
Yeah, it's true. But I censor what I think. This is more like because I don't get offended that easily, but there's some things that make me a little too uncomfortable, and I'm just like, all right, maybe that's a little too much, and I'll cut it out or whatever. But I don't get offended like too crazy about a lot of things, so it's not that big a deal to me. Because I've lived on the internet. I know how people talk. I know how people freaking say some crazy things, and so it's whatever. But yeah, other than that, like, we went on a massive tangent with Destiny 2. Destiny 2 just riles me up, dude. Friggin', I swear. There's some decisions about that game that I'm just like, that really, you guys went that direction? But this reason why is because, you know, Destiny links to the new Marathon game, and I really hope that they probably will make the same mistakes, you know, but I'm excited for a new game. I have been excited for a new game from Bungie ever since they announced Marathon. I was like, yes, Bungie, let's see something new, man. Let's see what you guys can do. And you know, it's PvP oriented. You know that Destiny 2 was abandoned with PvP, and so now that their team moved on to Marathon, it's like, okay, let's see what you guys have been cooking up for PvP. And you play Arc Raiders, yeah?
I've only played it like those 1 or 2 days we played together.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Yeah. Well, anyways, there's the aggressive matchmaking system in it, right? And I'm the kind of person who doesn't really kill anybody. Unless they start attacking me, I'll freaking fight back. But like, it's really difficult for me to like gun someone down and shoot them in the back. Because I feel like that's the only real way to take down people.
I already know. I already know what shell you're going to be running, and it's going to be the Rook, so good luck going in solo every game.
I'm actually thinking triage sounds like fun. And
you are not taking triage from me if we're teaming up. You are not taking him from me. Him and Squish are going to be my main.
Right. Triage, Destroyer, and Vandal sound pretty fun to me. I know everybody's gonna choose Thief. Everybody's choosing Thief, dude. It's ridiculous. Apparently, she's like
Thief
the
and
poster
Vandal
child.
are your movement people.
Yeah. But Vandal looks cool, and Destroyer looks cool. That cinematic for the Destroyer, oh, it's so cool, man. Like him charging face first into that UESC. It's just like boom, like the shield goes up. That's a great shot. Their cinematics are freaking top notch. I love it. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. It's in engine too. Those aren't like third parties. Those are in engine cinematics.
Are you serious? It looks like a rendered cinematic. That's crazy.
It's like a mix of it. Like certain cuts are like him hitting the missile with the shield but like the extraction beam with him standing outside, that's an engine.
That looks great, man. The game looks so good. You know, I'm not the type of person who complains about a game, right? So when the alpha and the gameplay stuff came out, like what was it back in freaking April or something? Yeah, like April, and everybody was trashing on the game. I'm not the type of person to go and do that. I was thinking the game looks pretty good already. But I have to say thank you to those guys who highly criticize the game. Even to the point where they say the game looks like garbage. I'm just like, all right, come on, you guys are being a little too crazy with that. But because of that, they overhauled the graphics. They had the extra time to make the game better, and thank goodness they did, because the game looks freaking amazing now, and it's like 10 times better than what it was before. And yeah, I'm excited for that, dude.
The art scandal was the best thing that could have ever happened to Bungie.
Oh no, I don't know about that, but in a way,
the reason why I'm saying it is because in a way it forced them to push back the release to not only fix the complaints, get more feedback from the community, and to update those motherfucking graphics. Like I know they had April, was it 4 or 5 months before release from that alpha test? Yeah. Which in 4 or 5 months they could have cleaned up, made the lighting make it look more grounded and all that, but it gave them an extra 10 months to do even more of what they wanted. So again, best thing that could have happened. The only sad thing is you had to give out like a couple $100,000 to the artist.
Right. And that artist deserves it because that design looks great.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? A month after that, she called Bungie out. Xbox took her fucking design for a controller.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, man. That design is great, dude. I love the world that they're building. It's great.
I'm excited, and they're staying true to a lot of the old stuff too.
Yeah, it looks great. You know, because the old version, it just kind of looked like a pastel kind of, what do you call it, like cell shaded looking, like graphical.
I will say, I do miss that off-color gray that they had in the alpha, because that wasn't a rendered texture, but the gray actually made things pop out just as much as like the black and white that we have now.
Yeah, I guess. But even then, I think
I
it's
gotta
just
find it.
huge upgrade, man. You know, one thing that's gonna piss me off is when people say the game looks terrible when they bring down all their graphics and, you know, the graphical settings, because they want to they want I guess the best FPS. I mean, it's understandable, but at the same time, it's just like people bring down their graphical quality in order to get the most out of like gameplay, I guess. And for me, I'm the kind of guy who's like, all right, I want 4K. I want, you know, I want the best like graphical settings possible, even if it's just like, you know, 60 FPS or whatever. But
Yeah.
man, I'm excited for the way it looks, and I hope that other people like see the light.
What I'm interested in, the only I'm watching live raw footage right now of the game, and there's not really a lot of foliage that'll have people like want to change their settings to like reduce it.
Right.
The only thing that will really be like an issue, it looks like it's just going to be whenever the fog is around. But the fog is so like dense and built into the world building of it, I feel like it would be hard to find graphical settings to change that.
Right. Because that also adds to the element of like storytelling, right? If you're bringing down the graphical quality and then you're just like, this world doesn't look lived in, this world that like looks kind of bare and like terrible, man, why wouldn't you want it looking its best or whatever? And you know, that's one of the main reasons I'm like in on this game, is they talk about raid like puzzles and such, and when the way Bungie does their storytelling, it's so amazing that I could already see myself like going through a building, and you know, you see those like writings on the walls and whatnot, and possible like finding different lore things that, like, you know, the lore people will probably explain it even deeper and whatnot, and I'm excited for that also. But you know, exploring and seeing these things, especially when the cryo archive like map opens up and everything, I hope it's like what was it? Was it the Last Wish raid, right? When people completed the raid and it opened up a whole new thing, like with the dungeon that came out, the curse that happened like weekly. Oh man, that was great. You know, people talk about seasonal content, and I tell them like, no, seasonal content was terrible, like garbage. Like the drip fed content with like weekly stuff, because you're just doing the same thing over and over again. But the way they did that in the Last Wish and the Forsaken DLC, that was like perfect. Because when you went in, you saw the thing, the world changing around you every week. Like, it just felt like something different was happening until finally the dungeon like opened up. Like, was it like on the 7th week or something like that? I forget what it was, or maybe it was like the 3rd week. It might have been like the 3rd week or whatever. Yeah. But
it was a 3-week cycle, and the 3rd week of the cycle is the only time you're able to go into the dungeon at the time.
And that's sick. And I'm wondering if they'll do something like that, like in the cryo archive or whatever, where people unlock something and then it's like, boom, something crazy like happens lore wise and puzzle wise, because puzzles are great. Bungie does puzzles amazingly.
What I understand is the what they're going to be doing with the marathon ship, based on the bits that we saw from the reveal Vidoc, is that there are going to be opportunities to do. I'm combining both the release Vidoc and the Cryo Archive section of the more recent one, just to have timestamps. They say that there are going to be raid-like mechanics in the game. When they mean that, it's mainly going to be puzzle-like, similar to, I want to say, since we're going to be in space, sci-fi in a ship, I want to say it's on the level of groundedness of like the Fuse encounter in Deepstone Crypt. Like at least one of the encounters are going to be like that,
Right.
or something in that sense.
Yeah.
But on top of that, they have these. I don't know if you saw. I know you probably noticed it during the Destroyer trailer. They had the glowing floating
Right.
set of bricks in front of the
little
dead body.
keys. Yeah.
Those are artifacts, and everyone thought for the longest time that they weren't going to play a part in the game anymore. Ever since that whole thing with the game director,
Yeah.
thing that went around,
Oh
but
my gosh.
that Destroyer trailer basically confirmed they're still in the game. So
Yeah.
I feel like the artifacts are going to play a part with the Cryo Archive to unlock the vaults, and then you use the artifact to unlock the vaults, do the mechanic, and open it for everyone.
hmm That sounds amazing, dude.
Yeah, and when you go in there, you're the first people to get the loot. If you're the world's first team to do that door, the door will be accessible for everyone, and instead of doing the mechanic, it'll just be there as a loot pool.
Yeah.
And it'll give you opportunities to do the next vault, and then the next vault, and it's just going to snowball until the final one.
That sounds awesome, dude.
The final, I feel like this is just my idea. I hope they do it like that. And then the 7th vault is always going to be mechanic based. I feel like with the 7th vault, that's where we're going to go up against a compiler, and it's going to be like a whole like raid boss encounter type thing.
I don't think it'll be a huge raid boss. It might be like maybe
Cal
enemies roaming around.
Yeah. Imagine it's a 1-to-1 the Cal Ore, and it's just like you throw balls, arm guns. It's just like a little pea shooter that shoots a pea at a fucking compiler.
Yeah.
That would be funny as shit.
I don't know, but there has to be like a main boss or something like for these raid-like things. I hope it's like more complex rather than just hide behind a corner, shoot him, hide for a bit and shoot him. And but other than that, like if that happens and you're completing this raid thing, I'm kind of hoping that like the 3 people in the team like complete a certain part of the puzzle, and then they get locked into this arena or something to complete the raid, basically, rather than you're fighting the main big boss and then 3 people just come and gun you down on the side. That's gonna be so freaking annoying.
See, this is my thing, because when someone was saying that in Twitter when they were showing off the Cryo Archive thing,
right?
fucking Bungie themselves on the official Marathon account goes, just kill everyone.
That's true. That's true. I did hear that. Oh my gosh. So basically you have to go kill every runner in the map and then do the raid thing. Oh.
So you know what that makes me think though? There's only going to be like 4 to 6 teams on that map per raid.
That's true, I guess. And then
it's not going to be a lot.
And then extra rooks basically.
And then rooks are going to be running around. You can use rooks as pawns and just have everyone go in there and like, you died. Bye.
I think people might use rooks as like extra, infantry or whatever. They're like, hey, we're trying to do the raid thing. Did you want to join up with us and like add to our firepower, basically? I wonder if that's going to be a thing. So,
yeah. There was a live clip of somebody, of a group of 6 rooks like running around. On the outpost map. That shit was so funny.
That's great. Dang, this game is going to be so
complex. It's going to be complex. It's going to be a lot more social than what people are expecting it to be. Too.
I think so too.
Especially especially with the inclusion of the rooks. I mean, I've been talking to people in the community on Twitter. I came across this one guy. He makes like art and stuff. He actually made 2 symbols for organizations about the rooks. And they have the Rook Protective Services and then the Rook Destroying Alliance. And I have both the symbols for it. It's so good.
That's awesome.
I'm about before it comes out, I'm actually going to change my Steam profile to the Rook Protection one.
Dude, that's...
like the RPC or whatever. It's so funny.
You know, one thing that Bungie does right is they build these, games that have so much, like, almost meme potential or community building potential, where it's like, okay, they have this object in the game, and then, people are already, like, creating stuff with it. Like, they're, like the Rook thing, it's just a Rook, but no, people are starting to build, like, an infrastructure of, like, how... all right, you're going to be a protective team. You're going to be like this, whatever, this squad. Like, what kind of person are you going to be, like, categorized in almost? And by the way, apparently I'm Mida, according to that little questionnaire thing that I did on the Bungie site. So they say I'm a Mida-oriented faction, apparently.
So you're a terrorist.
I guess that's who I am, man. I gotta bring down the system, man. It's mandatory. I probably won't choose Mida, but man, I like the worm, Nona, the worm.
Nona's awesome. That's Sakaguchi.
Yeah. I might go that route.
I'm no caloric all the way. I was already sold with like how like the advertisings and stuff. Yeah. Friend's mouth.
Wait, you just like both
that's what sold me on no caloric. I'm like, this is just pure meme potential. I love it.
It's so good. Your mouth,
but
Friend's mouth.
I do like burger.
True.
But
it's hard. All of the factions look really cool, by the way. Like, it's hard to choose between all of them.
Oh, real quick. Speaking of Mida, I don't know what the name of it is, but Mida Multi-Tool is in Marathon, but it's not called the Multi-Tool.
Oh, really?
No. Someone had a clip of it.
I think I did see that. And it fires like it, right?
It shoots just like it. Has the same firing rate and everything.
Dude, I love the Mida, like, back in, like, year 1 Destiny 2, when people were just, like, team shotting in the Crucible. the four player teams and everything. Oh, man. The Mida was great. I love that gun for sure.
I'm like, wait, when did they put a no caloric video out? What? I didn't even know they did that shit.
Oh, is there another one?
February 11th, they put stuff out for no caloric. I never saw them. It's literally just protein and pills.
Yeah, they've been putting out a ton of those things. It's crazy.
Standard bowl performance. I gotta send you these so you can put them in just your video, so that people can understand what I'm looking at.
I love it, dude.
I'm still looking for the Mida scout rifle. I've seen it so many times. I've just never gotten a good screen grab of it.
Dude, you want to know the crazy thing about Marathon? Is they're like borderline going into like the mature setting almost. Like, it's really nice that they have the blue blood, right, for the characters.
Yeah.
But they really started to pull me even further in with
you You know what it reminds me of?
What's that?
It reminds me of the Halo grunts,
Yeah.
the blue blood, and they actually you know what? Nope, never mind. I'm stopping myself there. I can't talk about that.
All right. Yeah, yeah. But you know the Arachne shorts that they put out, and it's just ominous, like super dark and ominous. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like the vibe and the dark storytelling, I think is like that's pulling me in. That's like Resident Evil vibes almost, where like I love Resident Evil, and it's not like over the top like horror or scary, but it's just enough to where it's like, oh, this is kind of like unsettling me a little bit. And it's like Halo when you get ambushed by the flood, right? When you first are introduced to the flood, that type of vibe I am getting from like Marathon and like all that. It feels awesome. Oh gosh.
I feel like we're gonna get that when we're first introduced to the 4.
Yeah, you think so?
Absolutely.
You think they're just gonna like throw one
So
type of alien out there?
I think they're gonna bring out 2, because when you play the original games, 2 or 3, because in the original games, when you're on the Marathon ship, you have the compilers, you have called they were called 70 names on it. I kept this open for a reason. The lore thing. I know it's the SVIT or the compilers.
Yeah.
I can only remember that one because it's the most iconic one.
Yeah, yeah.
Most iconic looking one. That doesn't even say shit, bro. What are the names of these? The Lawan. That was the other one. I believe it was the Lawan that were on it.
So they're introducing like the compilers first, apparently.
I think they're gonna do the rank and file enemies, which were the skinny guys.
Right.
I'm just looking at aliens from Marathon, so I can actually know their names.
I think the important thing for Marathon right now is like they do, I think, have to bring out different races of aliens, because just the UESC alone, and I guess the compiler aliens or whatever, it's just like that's just two different things, and people are going to get probably bored of fighting the same things over and over again, almost like how I am with the Vex and, you know, the Cabal and the Fallen in Destiny. It's just like we've been fighting them for 10 years, 10 plus years, and it's just like, okay, nothing else. Okay. And if Marathon only has the 2 races, it's just like, come on, man, you guys do have races in the background to bring out. They have to bring out more creatures and such rather than just those 2. But other than that, yeah, gameplay wise, everything's looking good.
It's the 4, the SVIT, and the Lookers or the Wasps. I believe those are the ones that we're going to go up against when we first go on the vault runs on the Marathon.
I don't think so. I think we get on the Marathon. The Marathon's huge.
There is going to be the UESC on it, without a doubt. But if they were teasing about with the vaults, and they ended that vault conversation with the tease of the compiler, so that's almost a guarantee at that point that we're going to see it. But with the compiler, it's not the only thing that was with them. The compiler was just like one of the original tanky boys that we went up against in the original games. The other ones were the insectoid warriors, which I believe were the 4. And then you also saw the wasps flying around, which, believe it or not, they are basically one of the drones from Halo.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, the fighters for the 4. But I believe we're gonna go up against those guys once we hit the marathon ship, and then they're gonna expand on that afterwards, because from everything I'm understanding, even from the cinematic, the person that's speaking Ozymandias to us, it has to be Durandal.
Yeah.
Has to be. Like, there's no one else would be doing it, because he is monologuing it as he is the god in that poem.
Right. Now the question is, are they going to reveal his, like, is he going to actually appear, like, in this release?
Not in season 1, I want to say.
You think it'll be further on then? Like,
it might be the next season, because the first goal for the season, from what they've been saying, is that we're going to figure out what the hell happened to both the marathon ship and the colony.
Right.
So the marathon ship, as we probably know by now, got invaded by the 4. Got taken over. Everyone died or disappeared. We got to figure out what's going on. For the colony, New Cascadia, which is what they called it in one of the trailers, we are most likely going to figure out what the hell the anomaly is that caused everyone to, like, say, throw open their mask, have their head pop up into a magical rainbow goop.
I want to see that.
What I want to say is that, so if you saw in, like, the overhead shots of the colony being built in that trailer, there's a giant crater.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever caused that crater, I believe, is causing the anomaly.
Okay.
Because in one of the shots, the shot that caused the guy's head to pop and turn into rainbow goo,
right?
It was over the crater where he got popped.
Okay. Yeah.
So I feel like, there's I don't think it's a machine that's doing it. I think it is the one of the other species we ended up figuring out from the lore from the original games, which is the working Kakantur. It's a godlike being, and it says, and quote unquote, capable of manipulating reality. And the main slogan coming from that from that thing, I don't even know what it is beware of the working Kakantur. And it's literally just those 3 words. There was, and funny enough in the story, there was one on Earth under a pyramid. I don't know where exactly it is, but it makes me feel like it was under those conspiracies of the Bermuda Triangle with all those random disappearings at the times.
Right.
Don't quote me on that, because I have no idea where they said it was located.
Quoting you, for sure.
Fuck you. No. I'm not getting canceled for spreading misinformation.
Oh, no.
No. See, I don't gaslight. I just lie.
Okay, there you go. Oh my gosh. What's another thing? There's been so much going on with this game.
There must be a big list you have for it to be almost 2 hours already.
Yeah. Holy heck. Yeah, I've just been watching a lot of the gameplay videos from the, like, basically been releasing the past couple days.
All right, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What's the concern that you have? Because I know everyone's been expressing concerns about the way how movement is. Why does it feel so slow? You don't have, like, these big hero moments. Like, do you have any concerns around those aspects?
Gameplay wise, not really. My biggest concerns are it's going to be like Destiny 2 on release, where they talk about public events, and then the public events are just like, okay, stand here, kill enemies, and then just protect the thing or whatever. And it's going to be like the most basic like form of event that happens, and I hope it's just not that lame. I want something more what do you call it, more complexity to it, like in the gameplay video with the burnt peanut and all that, the devs were trying to tell him, okay, shoot these 4 things to open the door or something like that. And I'm just like, okay, is it really going to be that simple? Like, you just kind of look for 4 things and then, open the door that way. I do like the aspect of like scouring the map or the building or whatever to locate keys in order to open the door. I think that's really cool. I like that a lot. But I really hope everything else isn't just like a basic, like, oh, wait for your ghost to unlock the thing, and then it's just like the most basic form of Destiny content. That's my biggest fear. But the fact that there's other players and PvE enemies, I think that's going to get more fun. So I think that flair of PvPvE is like, that's going to make it more interesting, if anything. So yeah, I would say that's my biggest fear, is that the mechanics and events that happen in the game are just like the most basic form of like, oh, here's a patrol on on Earth.
What I can say, based on what they publicly put out, it is going to feel like, on the contract side, it looks like it's going to feel a lot like Arc Raiders, where it's like fetch questy type stuff. I mean, that's just standard in a looter shooter.
I mean, those
a
are
lot
fine.
of the looter shooter stuff is not looter shooter, extraction shooter. It's a lot of fetch questy stuff, but there are hopefully going to be big moments. Like, if you really paid attention to how shitty the Escape from Tarkov lore was, you do end up actually figuring out what the hell happened to Tarkov, and you bring that information out with you once you escape it.
Yeah.
But that's if you pay attention to the story. A lot of the people going for world's first escape didn't even give a shit. They just did everything, and then we're like, all right, we're going.
Right. One thing that intrigued me is, the voice actors. One of them was the voice actor from Baldur's Gate. People know him, like Astarion or whatever. And you could kind of tell, like, who he is at points, like in the trailers and stuff. And at one point, it's kind of sounded like he was, or there was like a voice line, or maybe like a log that he was talking to someone, and he's like, access denied, like you could hear him, like his voice. That's his voice. And there were moments where I was watching the cinematic for the really awesome like CG cinematic that they made. That kind of sounds like him also, the assassin character. Like, that sounds like his voice, like when he's talking.
Yeah, some of them are playing. I believe some of them are playing multiple parts. Just a standard thing that they do.
So it could be multiple parts, but that sounds like him. But one thing I thought about when I saw that, I was like, wait. So is it possible that you as a runner, like, will have voice lines, because they have their own voice lines, right? When they talk and interact with other players and whatnot. What if when you interact with something like lore-wise or something in the world, your runner actually speaks as the character, like that voice or whatever, and they interact with the world, and each runner has like different interactions with different things? I think that, oh my gosh, that sounds awesome, dude. Holy crap. I think that's what might happen. And that even makes it like expand to like you want to play all the runners in order to get like the full like details and span of everything. I haven't heard anything like that from anybody, so I'm excited about that for sure. I hope that happens. And I know Bungie wanted to make this extraction shooter, and extraction shooters are kind of like a basic like, it's just a PvP, go loot things, blah blah blah. But since Bungie's doing it, they have a really good background of lore and puzzles and community building and that type of thing. And I really hope that they go further into that type of thing with this extraction shooter. Because Arc Raiders is starting to sound super basic compared to what the vision of Marathon could be. Because Arc Raiders, I think all that has going on for it is it's fun. Like, you run out, you interact with players, cool, you killed some Arc together, you're singing Kumbaya on a guitar, and that's kind of like the extent of everything. And it's kind of like a casual experience of like, cool, you're killing Arc and possibly other players. But Marathon, I think, is going even deeper, and it's a AAA game. Like, you got voice actors, they've got the world building, and man, that's what I'm excited about this game, dude. Like, there's so much that they could do.
I'm gonna say something that'll get you a little bit more excited on the story-wise of things.
Okay.
Oh, you ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it. Come on.
Do you know who the narrative director is for Marathon?
I don't think so. Is that the... Oh, never mind. I probably won't know. Maybe I'll know the name.
It's Julia Narden.
No, I don't know the name. Who's that?
She was the person responsible for this long list. Arrivals, all the 2021 year seasons, Risen Haunted Seraph, and The Final Shape.
Okay. The Arrivals. Is that when you mean Destiny 2?
The pyramid ships.
Yeah. Right. Dude, that was one of my favorite seasons, man. Like when the ships come then you see them in the skybox on the different planets, Io and all that. That was great, dude. And then you get pulled into the ship and like, the witness talks to you and stuff. That was great.
The only flop of a season there was story-wise was Season of the Hunt. And that was just because it wasn't really catching. It was with like the launch season. Those aren't really good. But that was like the only quote-unquote flop. Everything else that she has done, everyone loved. So with her being the main lead for Marathon, and then we have the Baldur's Gate 3 chick running Destiny's story now.
Right.
Like, it's going to be... No, like, you got to be honest with you. The narrative points have never been as good as it is now.
Yeah.
It's the gameplay shit that needs to be fixed. Especially on the Destiny side.
Right.
God, yes. Oh, riveting gameplay. I turn into Ball, and I go this way.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, dude.
I gotta be featured on your YouTube channel more often.
Yeah, for sure. True. True.
I'm not trying to toot my horn, but I think I'm hilarious.
Nah, dude. I mean, I still talk to you, dude. Come on, man. I mean,
I think I'm doing something right. Shit.
Nah, there's some good friends I made on this, and you're one of them. So.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Deep Stone, I'll never forget.
Oh, dude, man. Ever since then, like, how can anything change, really?
I clinged on to you like a toxic ex-girlfriend.
Oh no! Oh gosh, dude, that sounds kind of terrible, to be honest. What the frick? But anyways, anything else you want to talk about? There's like so much that has happened that I'm probably missing some things.
There is.
I mean, by all means.
All right, so we're gonna get into politics. I'm kidding.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
I'm kidding. No, this is not political.
Nope, not at all. But yeah, I'm excited for new cinematics to come out. The Assassin one was pretty cool. It didn't really tell too much, but it was just a cool aspect of the character.
I'm still excited. I'm still excited to see what they do with the story. Honestly,
Yeah.
they have a huge potential to do a different way of world building. Because remember, Marathon was the start of in-game narrative building, like not just from the gameplay points, but actually the way that the story was communicated to the player.
Yeah.
As much as people give Bungie shit, they are the reason why a lot of the terms that is being used in video game development is there now.
Yeah.
If they were the ones who, I don't know if you know any of the lingo in the dev space, but they were the ones who created the term of the dance, sandbox, the way that how they structure their stories, like all they literally made all of that, and they were one of the first games to do non-hit scan damage and area of effect explosions in the first person.
Okay.
And the best thing in the world, directional aiming, looking up and down. They were the first game to do it.
Right. That's cool. That's cool stuff. I always love Bungie. I know that they're just mostly remnants of, they're not the full Bungie team that was once before. I mean, it really bummed me out when they started firing a bunch of people. And there was one woman that I was really bummed out with. She was like an art person who did a lot of their stuff. Like she created the character Oni, I think. And like the Halo logo, she was the one who like created the Halo logo. And I was like, really? They got rid of her? I was like, what? Like she's one of the main people who like made these iconic things, and it didn't make sense that they got rid of people like that. And Michael Salvatore and
apparently he's back in full from what I've heard, there's a rumor that he got rehired fully.
I mean, that's good, but who's the Marty O'Donnell? When they got rid of him also, and he had a fallout with them, it's just like, dude, you have these amazing artists that do these things, and you guys are just flopping with amazing talent. But yeah, when that woman got fired, I was just like, dude, how do you get rid of the person who created the Halo logo or like the Halo title logo? I was bummed out, man. And I really hope that they do have some of that talent. I know some of them are still there, like the people from the Destiny team. I'm not entirely sure of like Lars Bakken. What was that his name? Lars Bakken. I think he's one of the directors for Marathon right now, or he's doing something with Marathon. But I think he's one of the OG.
I think he's gameplay. I think he's gameplay and investment.
Yeah, but I think he's one of like the original like Bungie developers. And it's good seeing those people still there, because it makes you see like, yes, there's still remnants of old Bungie, but I'm thinking like maybe 80% of them are like new people, which I'm kind of scared.
100%.
Yeah, that makes me scared and terrified that Bungie isn't the same, that can bring out something amazing like Halo or Destiny. And is Marathon really going to pull through with this? But I do like the new game director. What was his name? Joe Ziegler?
Joe Ziegler, yeah.
Yeah. I think he's, the way he talks about the game, the way he played in the, Burnt Peanut live stream.
I like, so interesting thing. He's the guy who made Valorant, right?
Yeah. I heard about that. Valorant's great.
So this is it's a fun game. Don't get me wrong. It's a direct competitor to Counter-Strike. But I think this is the first time he's made a game that is that's going to have a super competitive multiplayer to it.
Yeah.
He knows how to build a competitive multiplayer. Like when he's done with Marathon, put him on Bungie, put him on Destiny. That'll get comp back up. Yeah. But anyways,
true.
But anyways, this is a bit of a different. This is more of like his experimental push. Like he's testing his limits,
right?
From his knowledge and going beyond with it, because everyone knows you can do that at Bungie. Like a fucking Ryan Lot. What's his name? Ryan Lott, the music guy, one of the music guys.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the reason why he's breaking the rules for music, and he's on Bungie. He's like, I get to do a bunch of weird shit.
Yeah. It's all good, man.
But going back to Ziegler, this is his first game where he doesn't have consistent spray patterns and guns.
Yeah.
It's his first time experiencing in a looter genre instead of just a resource-based genre.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a whole new bridge that he gapped, and I think with the foundation that Chris Barrett left for him to finish, it was a good foundation, and he made good changes to it, minus character customization. I wish it was still our runner with customization that we could choose the kit that we can put in instead of just choosing preset characters or preset looks. But that's just a me thing. I can get over it as long as the gameplay is great.
Yeah. I think it would have been good, like the full-on customization. But, you know, I do still like the direction that it's going. I'm excited for it. You know, people are talking about the different classes and what they're ready to main and stuff. So that's, you know, you're already hearing good things about that type of thing. My fear is that Bungie's reputation has been so like far gone recently that people are just not even going to give it a chance. You know, High Guard. Talk about High Guard. You know,
Mr. 50 hours.
Oh my gosh, dude, that game was fun, dude. I mean, it might not have been the best game in the world.
The other day, I need to hop back on it.
Yeah, I'll play it, but like, no, I actually, you know, it's got the same problem as Destiny where there's a low player count, so everybody's just sweaty in that game. And like, I went into a game like last week or something, and like we lost, and I didn't do too great. I'll admit I didn't do too great. And one of the people told me to shoot myself in the head, and I was just like, okay, all right, all right. These guys are too sweaty. There's not enough people to, you know, make the game fun. So I think it's failing from that Destiny type of thing where there's not enough players, and everybody else who is playing the game is just like really dedicated, and you know, they'll freaking trash you for like messing up or something. So too sweaty for me possibly, and I hope Marathon succeeds in that aspect where they have enough players to have a decent skill gap or skill, you know, threshold between players, because you know there's going to be people popping off like crazy. Like Astacross was talking about how like all the Destiny PvP players are just itching to freaking murder things.
No mercy, and I am one of them.
And I'm just like, nah, man, come on. And I think I
am going to be a menace. I'm going to be a menace as a rook.
Oh my gosh, dude. But yeah, I'm afraid of that. And you know, if there's enough players, I think it'll be fine. Like the disparity of skill is going to be okay. But if people really like distrust Bungie and they're not going to get the game, I mean, my brother, like he already said like he's not interested, right? Like he says the style and the, you know, graphics and everything doesn't interest him, so he doesn't want to play the game. And I'm afraid.
Hey man, I will say this because I've had on-hand experience. What you see people play versus you playing it itself, it is a night and day difference to how you feel about the game. Once you get it in your hands, you're gonna be like, I understand why this is a thing. I understand why they implemented this or that. Like it all just makes sense. Remember, Joe Ziegler, he plays a game where he's made a game previously where knowing where a person is and having the color balance be able to pinpoint where they are exactly as quick as possible. Yeah. They put that shit in Marathon. You can see it from the gameplay clips that we're getting. Like you can see if someone is there. You can tell if it's an actual person or an AI.
There's so many aspects of this game that I'm excited for. The even like the build crafting of it, right? Like finding different implants, and you know, you're like, there's a lot of details in what I've read, like on the items that you find, and it's like, oh, that's actually kind of a complex thing, like to read and what it does, and like I'm excited to find something like that and building upon it. And you know, I guess even if you lose something, you still have a chance to find something new, like something even more awesome. But apparently the yellow items, the exotics or whatever, from what I hear, like I think there's an interview that happened recently where they talked, like the devs talked about how the yellow items will make it feel like you're cheating, right? And that's so good, like knowing like these items are gonna feel so powerful that you're gonna freaking feel excited when you find them.
Yep. And you're gonna feel the difference between like the base version up to the purple quality, and then to the gold itself. It's gonna. I have a feeling it's gonna be different feeling.
That pumps me up, man. Like one of the things about Destiny was like when you find an exotic, like back in the early days, it's just like, holy heck, that like I finally got something that's super rare. And you know, getting that feeling back again, like in Marathon or whatever, when you find something like super rare and nobody else really has it or something like that, especially at the beginning of the game when it's released, it's like, holy crap, I found something, like I want to see what this does. And you know, that's something that I miss, like from Destiny, dude. Like
that I understand the feeling completely.
Yeah.
Because when I did a comparing what you're talking about with my experiences in Tarkov, first doing a raid back after taking like a 4-month break from the game, I went in and did a night raid, and I found an SMG with a suppressor, NVG, lasers, and a flashlight on it. And I extracted with it, and I went somewhere to ask somebody. I'm just like, yo, how good is this gun that I just got? And I posted a screenshot of it, and everyone was flipping their fucking mind off because it was one of the best weapons that you can get. And they asked me where I got it, and I did a scav run, and I blew the head off of some asshole with a shotgun. He's like, you gotta be kidding me.
That's so good. Holy heck.
I felt bad for the guy because I got all of his high-level armor, his high-level backpack, I literally just turned his body into mine, and I just walked out with everything.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, I'm excited for the storytelling, gameplay. Like everything looks like it's coming together. And dude, each week I've just been like counting down the days, man. I've been counting down the days.
I've been counting down the days since the pre-orders came out, man. You have no idea.
Because it's like, what, 4 days until the server slam? Dude, I hope that server slam like succeeds. I hope.
So let me tell you about the server slam. Remember when they said this is going to be the first game with dedicated servers?
Right.
They want everyone to get on this because they want to make sure that if their dedicated servers are having issues, they can fix it the week before that the game launches. These are going to be the servers that the game launches on. So they're just putting a different executable of the game on these servers to make sure they don't get overloaded on actual day one. Because they know they are notorious for horrible server issues on their day one launches.
Yep.
They know it. They're not stupid. So they are going to... I've been trying to tell everyone, it's like, I don't care if your game has issues when you try to log on it. Download it and fucking play it. Like, I'm trying to make sure that they have a good experience. And you can give a game a tryout for free.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, good for you. You tried it. If you do like it, go ahead and have fun. Fork up $40 and see how you really feel about the game.
Yeah. I hope it succeeds, dude.
I hope so too. But I've been trying to get more people to play it with me. I want to get like multiple squads doing because I'll have people at different times to play it.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get my brother to play it.
Run. Yeah, I'm gonna do my inaugural runs with you. I know you're gonna be on.
Yeah.
On this game grinding. I'm gonna see if I can get I have the day after launch completely off, so I have the full day to play it.
Yeah.
And I'm only doing that because I know in the back of my head that there are going to be server issues on launch no matter what.
Yeah.
I get out at 4:00 Eastern, and I cannot wait to play it, and I'm going to fucking stream it.
Oh yeah, I'm streaming for sure. I hope there's no server issues. If
shameless
anything...
plug, check us both. Shameless plug. Check us both out at cobb.twitch.tv.
Yeah. Yeah, Cab 2013. And then you got the best sock ever. Is it the best sock ever at Twitch?
Nope. It's Fuzzy Socks TTV.
Oh, right, that's what it is, Fuzzy Socks.
I had to change it.
Yeah. Yeah, just I guess check out for both of us if anybody's out there. But yeah, I'll probably play for a couple hours on the 26th because I work that day. And then the 27th, I have the weekend off, so I'll be playing on the 27th all the way through Sunday, basically. And when the game comes out on the 5th, holy heck, I'm going to be playing a lot of that.
Game over.
Yeah.
The game fucking over.
I'm excited. I got to get freaking prepared for Cryo Archive, dude.
Get to at least rank 10, and if you think you can, push to level 30, because there are going to be bonuses for the base game if you reach those levels.
Yeah, that's cool that the server slam is going to let you like carry stuff over to the main game. Mm-hmm. I think that's great. That's really good.
From what I understand, it's a purple backpack that you get if you reach level 30, which is which is the highest amount of slots that you can get.
Yeah, I hope some of that purple stuff is like moderately rare, so people aren't just like getting purple left and right or whatever.
I just got to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, okay. Same with the gold stuff. Like, it better be super rare. I don't want to see like, oh, I got it like after my third, fifth run. I mean, like, it's cool if people get it on their like shorter runs, but I would say only like 1% of the population should be getting something like that, probably, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll be playing it for sure. And other than that, Resident Evil 6, or stupid Resident Evil 6, what the freak? I talked too much to Shadow about Resident Evil 6. But Resident Evil 9 will be coming out on the 26th, so I'm going to have to like alternate like playing that and marathon, so we'll see. What are you up to? Are you gonna be streaming anything?
Not tonight. Tomorrow okay. I definitely will.
What you playing? Mass Effect?
No, the Mass Effect's my comfort game. If I'm gonna play Mass Effect, I'm gonna do a full playthrough. I'm modding it right now, so I'm trying to see what mods are good for like a full story playthrough. I'm playing through Mass Effect 3 right now. I think I have the mods set for Mass Effect 2. I just want to check out a few more things. I've been having issues with mods in Mass Effect 3 because they have just been absolutely breaking my game to the point where every day I have to launch it. When I get in the game, I'm running the game at 12 frames a second. I have to restore the files. I got to check my drivers. I got to reinstall the drivers. I got to reinstall the mods. And then I reset my PC.
That's why I don't mod games. It's too complicated for me.
It's only because Mass Effect's an unstable game to begin with. It's like Halo 2. It's held together by duct tape and glue.
Yeah. Okay.
But I will be honest, community mods for the games, they're like fucking like 20 to 40 gigabytes each.
Yeah.
Added to the actual game. So they're like my file for Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I think it's like over 250 gigabytes right now, just because of the mods.
What the heck? Oh,
they're crazy. Great. Don't get me wrong. They're great mods.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I think for now that'll be it. Maybe in the next week or maybe a couple days, who knows? Maybe something might pop up if you want to talk again. Like the podcast isn't really a weekly thing. It's like whenever I feel like talking about things for the most part. So
I had a feeling.
Yeah, by all means, if you like want to talk in the next couple days, or heck, if something comes up tomorrow, by all means, like I'm up for it.
How about this next podcast you want to record? Initial reactions of the Server Slam.
Yeah, we could do that, for sure. But yeah, thanks for talking, dude. I think I'm gonna hop off. Man, I did need somebody to talk marathon with, dude. Nobody else wants to talk about it.
I know, it sucks. I hate it. And every time I mention it to my buddies, they're like, oh, marathon's going to flop. It's dead on arrival. It's Concord 3.
Oh, my God. Dude. That's so stupid, man. I hate that. Gosh darn. Yeah, I wish my brother was into it. I wish, like, Zervi and Wackham were also. Brian, Vitrix. Man, come on, guys. It sounds like a lot of fun. I don't know. Like I said, gamers don't exist anymore. Everybody just wants one game to latch onto and just play that for eternity. Nobody's excited.
People shouldn't have an excuse.
Different games
People
anymore.
shouldn't have an excuse. I work 2 jobs and I still have time to play a variety of games. There should be no excuse. I don't get a day off. I get like maybe 4 or 5 hours of game time on a weekend.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just kind of feels like that nowadays, that people are just looking for approval of a game before they start playing it. But for me, I've always been looking for a new game to play, and like it seems like people don't do that anymore, which is kind of sad. Like they wait for approval from someone else to play games. It's kind of weird. But
yeah, you know what? Before you close up, Burnt Peanuts chat. Yeah. After he was out of the ad showing off early marathon gameplay for those 2 hours, you did you pay attention to his chat?
I didn't see the chat, but I think I heard him respond to it.
So yeah, he goes, I like it. I like the snappiness. Saying all this shit, like really good about the game, and then everyone's saying hashtag ad. He's like, I'm not in an ad, right? He's like, yeah. It's like, no, I'm not in an ad. I'm telling you everything. I mean it. It feels great. It looks great. Fuck you. I liked it.
Yeah.
And then after he said that, his freaking hive mind of a chat flipped their own script. They're like W marathon action, pre-order it. WWW. I'm just like, you guys are a hive mind.
Yeah,
this is horrible.
It's stupid. Nobody thinks for themselves anymore, man. Gosh darn it, man. Oh well, whatever. That's social media and people looking to one opinion to, make up what they want to think and stuff. So it's whatever.
I always give everything a fair try.
Oh yeah, for sure. I like to think that I'm an old guard who still loves playing video games, and like when people trash on me for taking Lament into Destiny, and just messing around with different weapons, and they're like, why aren't you playing the meta? I like to think that's me having fun with the game. And oh gosh, I'm an original.
You have lost the privilege to your own podcast.
Oh no, dude, man, I play what I want. I don't care. I could care less. No one's gonna control me in what I do. So there you go.
Spoken like a true man.
Heck yeah. All right, Sock. Thanks for talking. We'll probably talk again next week when the Server Slam happens. And, man, less than a week away. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. And the radio's going out. See you guys.
See ya.